this video, we'll walk through the process of creating a virtual machine in Microsoft Azure. Let's get started. The first step is to log into your Azure portal with your credentials. In the home page, we can create a VM either by directly clicking onto virtual machines or by clicking on to create a resource. Under the virtual machine, click on Create. This opens to Create Virtual Machine page where we need to enter all the details about a VM. Let's get started with the basics. Subscription. We need to select a subscription plan that suits our need, either free trial or pay as you go. For the resource group, we can create a new resource group by giving a relevant name. Identify your VM in Azure portal. Next, we need to select the region where our VM will be located because Azure has data centers located all around the world. I'm selecting East Asia. The availability options, zone options, availability zone, and the security type can be left at their default values. Next, we need to select the OS image for our VM. Azure provides a variety of images including Windows and Linux. I'm choosing Ubuntu Server 20. We need to select the size of a VM. The size determines the amount of CPU, memory, and storage resources allocated to our VM. Here we need to select the type of authentication that we require. The default type SS public key, or we can go for password. It's also important to verify the username that we require. I'm going for the default value, Azure User. If you're selecting the SS public key, it is important to ensure the key-pair name. For the inbound ports, I'm selecting HTTP, HTTPS, and SSH as well. Let's move on to the disk. For the disk, we can go through all the settings and leave the default values at it. In the networking, it is important to verify the virtual network, subnet, and public IP. Let's move on to each and verify them. From here, our validation is passed. We can review our virtual machine setting and then click on Create. Now we need to download the private key. The private key is getting downloaded. This will take a moment. Yes, a private key is downloaded. A virtual machine is initializing the deployment. Azure will now provision the VM. The deployment is in progress. Let's wait. Yes, a deployment is complete. A virtual machine is successfully created. Now we can go to the resources to review all the settings of our VM. Now let's connect to our VM using the Azure Portal's SSH connection feature. First, let's click on to connect. Next, select Native SSH. It shows the steps to connect. Here we can paste the path of our key pair, and we can copy the private key. Now the last step, we need to go to the terminal. In the terminal, all that we need to do is paste it and click on enter. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? Yes, now our VM is successfully connected.